God has been calling your name long before you ever knew his voice, Euro. And now he speaks again, this time with urgency. You are standing in a sacred moment, one that heaven has prepared in silence, one that carries the weight of generations. This is not merely a message, Euro, it is a summons. The Lord has chosen you, marked you, separated you from the crowd. Do not turn away this time. You have felt it, haven't you? That stirring inside you, that unexplainable pull, that divine discomfort that refuses to let you settle. It is not random. It is not coincidence. It is a holy appointment. Heaven has been waiting for your yes. There have been times before when God gently tapped your heart, whispered through dreams, placed signs along your path, but you hesitated, you doubted, you delayed, and yet he never withdrew his hand from you. Even in your silence, he waited. Even in your weakness, he fought for you. But this moment is different. This moment carries urgency. You are being called not just to believe, Euro, but to rise, to step into the divine purpose spoken over your life before you were even born. If your spirit trembles as you hear this, it is because your soul remembers what your mind has forgotten. You were chosen. If you can feel this message burning inside, comment Y Euro Wamina Euro or 1111 to declare, I received this call. You have always been different. You tried to blend in, but something about you always stood out. People misunderstood you. Some were threatened by the light within you, and others could not see your worth. You questioned yourself, wondering why you never felt fully at home in this world. Beloved, it is because your spirit was never meant to settle here, Euro. You were fashioned for something higher, something eternal. You carry a destiny that shakes realms. You carry an anointing that will break chains. You carry a voice that will awaken those asleep in darkness. The Lord is calling forth the hidden ones, the quiet warriors, the misunderstood Mercy Euro, and you are one of them. If this speaks to your soul, type 222 to say, I accept my purpose. This world has tried to bury you under fear, heartbreak, disappointment, betrayal, and isolation. But what looked like defeat was divine preparation. God has been building you in private for a public unveiling. The pain you carried was not punishment, Euro, it was training. Every tear watered the very ground that your blessing will rise from. Every delay was divine protection. Every heartbreak was heaven steering you away from counterfeit paths. You were never forsaken. In fact, heaven stationed angels around you in every silent night when you thought you were alone. I, a messenger of the Most High, testify, you have been preserved because you are chosen. But listen closely, Euro, this is your turning point. You cannot return to who you once were. The Lord is closing old doors and calling you to walk boldly into a new season. Do not resist. Do not run. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not unworthy. Everything the enemy told you was a lie designed to delay your awakening. The Lord does not call the qualified, Euro, he qualifies the called, and his voice is upon you now. Follow me. Trust me. Surrender to me. If you feel the fire of this truth, write 777 in the comments as a sign of spiritual alignment. Understand these, Euro, there are people connected to your obedience. There are souls awaiting your testimony. There are miracles tied to your voice. Your blessing will not only bless you, it will unlock the destiny of many. The enemy has fought you so fiercely because he saw your future long before you did. He knew what would happen the moment you woke up to your calling. And that time is now. You are rising. You are awakening. You are stepping into the authority heaven placed within you. Say 999 to seal this new spiritual chapter. Yes, child of light, your heart has spoken. The trembling in your spirit, the quickening of your pulse, the tears that well in your eyes, Euro, these are not mere emotions. They are the echoes of heaven, Euro's voice calling you into alignment with your divine purpose. By saying why Euro Jais, why Euro, you have opened a sacred door, one that leads to a path forged by the hand of God himself. This is not a moment to be taken lightly. This is not a fleeting inspiration. This is a commissioning, a divine mandate. a holy summons to rise into the fullness of who you were created to be. You are not here by accident. You are not reading these words by chance. This is a divine intersection, a moment where eternity kisses the present, where heaven leans in close and whispers your name. Your why euro Jesse euro is a declaration, a covenant sealed in the spirit realm. It is a vow that reverberates through the heavens, a signal to the angels that you are ready to step into the mantle prepared for you. Do you feel the weight of it? Not a burden, but a holy weight, like the warmth of a robe draped over your shoulders, a mantle woven with purpose, authority, and destiny. This is the moment where you cease to be merely a survivor of life via euro, as storms, and become a warrior, a carrier of light, a vessel of divine glory. The Lord has seen your heart, your willingness, your relentless hope. He has seen the fire within you that no darkness could extinguish, no trial could smother, no enemy could steal. And now, He is calling you to wield that fire, to let it blaze in a world desperate for His light. You have endured storms that should have broken you. You have walked through valleys of shadow, where the enemy whispered lies of worthlessness, failure, and despair. Yet here you stand, heart still beating, spirit still seeking, soul still longing for truth. That is no small thing. That is the mark of a chosen one. The enemy tried to bury you, but he did not know you were a seed, planted in the soil of suffering, watered by tears, and warmed by the light of Godhelp's grace. You have grown into something unshakable. You are a living altar, a testament to Godhelp's faithfulness. Every scar you bear is a story of survival. Every wound that has healed is a trophy of His mercy. Every step you that taken, even when you stumbled, has led you to this moment. You are not a mistake. You are not a failure. You are a masterpiece crafted by the Creator, chosen for such a time as this. This momenta this divine intersection is a call to surrender, not to give up, but to give over, to release the fears that have held you back, the doubts that have clouded your vision, the insecurities that have kept you small. The Lord does not ask you to be perfect. He asks you to be willing. He does not demand fearlessness. He requires faithfulness. Lift your hands in your spirit, child of light, and say it again. Why you, Lord? I am ready. Why let those words become a song, a prayer, a battle cry. Let them echo in the chambers of your heart until they drown out every lie the enemy has ever spoken. You are not too broken. You are not too weak. You are not too late. You are exactly where God needs you to be, and He is ready to move through you. The urgency of this call cannot be overstated. There is a shift happening in the unseen realms, a movement of heaven that is shaking the foundations of the earth. The Lord is gathering His remnant, those who will carry His light into the darkest corners of this world. You are not just invited you are entrusted. You have been chosen to carry a mantle, an assignment, a revelation that is uniquely yours. This is not about striving or earning. It is about receiving and walking. The crown awaiting you was forged in battles you didn't to even know you were fighting. Angels shielded you when the enemy arrows flew. Grace covered you when you felt unworthy. Destiny waited for you when you thought you had lost your way. And now heaven speaks your name. Do you feel the stirring in your spirit? That is the sound of the trumpet, the call of the Spirit, the summons to rise. The war within you the tug between flesh and spirit. Doubt and belief, fear and faith is coming to an end. God is declaring peace over you. The chains of confusion, delay and insecurity are breaking. The blindfold over your spiritual eyes is lifting. You will see clearly. You will walk boldly. You will speak powerfully. You will move in divine authority. This is not a suggestion. This is a commissioning. The Lord Himself has chosen you, and His choice is irrevocable. There will be those who do not understand your transformation. Some will question it, others will resist it. They may whisper doubts or cast shadows on your path. But do not shrink back. The world may not recognize the fire within you, but heaven does. The enemy may try to intimidate you, but he is already defeated. When fear comes, remind it, I am chosen. Why Euro? Say it until it becomes your heartbeat. Say it until it drowns out every lie. Say it until it becomes the rhythm of your steps. You are chosen not because of your perfection, but because of your willingness. You are chosen not because of your strength, but because of your surrender. You are chosen not because of your past, but because of your future. Your spirit trembles because deep within you, something eternal recognizes the truth being spoken. It is na Euro T fear that makes your heart quivera Euro I to Euro as recognition. Your soul knows the voice of the one who formed it. This is your confirmation, your awakening, your divine encounter in motion. The Lord is not calling a version of you that is polished, perfected, or pretentious. He is not seeking the surface you have shown to the world. He is calling the raw, real, unfiltered version of you Euro, the one who has wrestled in secret, who has cried unseen tears, who has questioned, fallen, risen again, and dared to believe that maybe, just maybe, there was still more. That is the version heaven is aching to touch. That is the vessel heaven longs to fill. Even now invisible hands are at work. Angels are drawing near to your spirit Euro, not as a metaphor, but as a reality. They are ministering strength to weary places. They are repositioning your steps so that divine alignment becomes inevitable. Paths that once led nowhere will suddenly converge into destiny. Doors that were slammed shut will open at your approach because heaven has granted you access. The voices that once ignored you will begin to take notice because the authority of God will rest on your words. People you never expected to meet Euro. Souls designed to align with your mission Euro will begin to appear. Every connection will carry purpose, and every encounter will be divinely orchestrated. The wounds you believed were permanent are already being rewritten by the healing touch of God. Scars that once symbolized pain will testify to power. The very areas the enemy sought to destroy will become the places God displays his redemption most clearly. Every struggle that tried to defeat you was actually forming you. Every dry season was preparing you for overflow. Every wilderness moment taught you something heaven intends to use. You have been trained quietly, refined deliberately, and shaped intentionally for such a time as this. The tears you shed in your darkest hour were not wasted Euro. They watered the soil of your destiny. The prayers whispered in desperation were not ignored Euro. They were stored in the heart of God as seeds of future miracles. Now those seeds are about to bloom. You are stepping into harvest time. Now is the time to walk by faith and not by sight. Speak boldly even when your voice quivers. Live with purpose even when you cannot see the full plan. The Lord is releasing divine assignments in this season, and yours carries unique power. It is not too big for you, because it was specifically sculpted around your capacity with Godhelp as grace. It will not crush you because he carries the weight with you. And it is not too late because heaven Euro's timing is perfect. You are walking into a moment of divine alignment, where what once seemed fragmented will begin to connect. You will understand why the delays were necessary, why the detours mattered, why the heartbreaks had to happen. Every chapter will make sense as you see how God has been weaving a tapestry of glory out of your story. The pain that nearly broke you will reveal its purpose. The struggle that made you weary will show its meaning. The loss that shattered you will declare its redemption. Nothing has been wasted. God wastes nothing. You, child of light, carry heaven within you. You are more than a servivore Euro. You are a signpost of grace. You are a lamp burning in a world desperate for truth. You are a voice echoing divine hope into the wilderness of lost hearts. You were not created to blend in but to stand out as a living testimony that God still redeems, restores, and reigns. This calling upon your life is not about prestige. It is not about applause. It is about impact. It is about the lives that will find salvation through your obedience, the hearts that will find healing through your words, the souls that will find hope through your story. Your life is a sermon written by the hand of God. Every scar, every victory, every moment has purpose in his plan. You are being entrusted with light in a dark generation. The Lord has equipped you to carry His glory, not by your strength, but by His Spirit. The world may not understand your process, but heaven celebrates it. You were chosen not despite your imperfections, but through them. God delights in using the ordinary to reveal the extraordinary. The broken vessel becomes a beacon of beauty because His light shines best through cracks. Let Him use your life. Let Him tell His story through your journey. Surrender your will completely, and you will see the miraculous unfold. As you move forward, remember that you are never walking alone. The Spirit of the living God resides within you, teaching, guiding, and empowering you daily. When doubt creeps in, His voice will whisper peace. When fear rises, His power will silence it. The angels of heaven are assigned to your path, intervening in unseen ways, making war in the Spirit for your success. The saints of old stand in agreement, believing alongside you, declaring that what God began in you will not fail. And the Lord Himself watches over you, not from a distance, but as a Father, fiercely protective and endlessly loving. You are chosen not because you earned it, but because He called you by name. You are loved, not because you deserve it, but because His nature is love. You are anointed, not because you are flawless, but because His grace has covered your flaws. You were born for more than survival. You were born to transform atmospheres, shift generations, and manifest the heart of heaven on earth. This is your divine mandate, to walk boldly in what God has assigned you to do, to release His light wherever darkness reigns, to carry His compassion into broken spaces, and to reflect His glory everywhere you go. You are being entrusted with light in a dark generation. The Lord has equipped you to carry His glory, not by your strength, but by His Spirit. The world may not understand your process, but heaven celebrates it. You were chosen not despite your imperfections, but through them. God delights in using the ordinary to reveal the extraordinary. The broken vessel becomes a beacon of beauty because His light shines best through cracks. Let Him use your life. Let Him tell His story through your journey. Surrender your will completely, and you will see the miraculous unfold. As you move forward, remember that you are never walking alone. The Spirit of the living God resides within you, teaching, guiding, and empowering you daily. When doubt creeps in, His voice will whisper peace. When fear rises, His power will silence it. The angels of heaven are assigned to your path, intervening in unseen ways, making war in the Spirit for your success. The saints of old stand in agreement, believing alongside you, declaring that what God began in you will not fail. And the Lord Himself watches over you, not from a distance, but as a Father, fiercely protective and endlessly loving. You are chosen not because you earned it, but because He called you by name. You are loved, not because you deserve it, but because His nature is love. You are anointed, not because you are flawless, but because His grace has covered your flaws. You were born for more than survival. You were born to transform atmospheres, shift generations, and manifest the heart of heaven on earth. This is your divine mandate, to walk boldly in what God has assigned you to do, to release His light wherever darkness reigns, to carry His compassion into broken spaces, and to reflect His glory everywhere you go.